Guys, welcome back to Six Cars and welcome to Japan. I know it's been a while. It's been about a month since we had new content, but like I said, winter in Canada is it's pretty tough. There's not much going on in terms of car content, but that's why we've flown all the way over here to Japan. And I wish you guys a very happy New Year too, because it is January 1st over here as I am recording this video. And why not start off New Year's in the most famous place for car enthusiasts in Tokyo, and that is the Daikoku parking area. Of course, it is a holiday, so lots of people are out in their cars. We just arrived. We've already seen some pretty cool things as we pull into the parking lot. So without further ado, I'm just going to jump right into the content, guys. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, and share. We're going to be here for about 12 days in Japan. There's going to be a lot of cool videos coming your way, so not be the last time that we're at Daikoku, that's for sure. But for now, let's get things kicked off, see what we have. Let's get to it. We are starting off our day at Daikoku with a pretty interesting car. Like it's a Miami Blue GT2 RS, some aftermarket wheels as well. I do believe, well, they do have still the RS center caps on it. I do believe those are HREs. I could be wrong, but it's a similar design. Either way, they look fantastic. Tons of carbon fiber bits on this car as well. As you can see, the intakes, the rear diffuser, the side skirts, does have a full roll cage as well. The red seat belts, just an incredible looking car. In Miami Blue as well, which I think is probably one of the best looking modern Porsche colors. I mean, just look at that under the light. And there we go, guys, our first like real Japanese supercar. This Murcielago just decked out in pink crystals all over, even the Lamborghini badge too. If you guys remember the Valkyrie Spider we saw at Monterey Car Week, it obviously took a lot of inspiration from these crazy modified Japanese supercars. And I can't even tell you how crazy this looks under the sun here at Daikoku, with all of these little crystals just shimmering in the light. It actually does show up pretty well on camera too, and he's gone all out and replaced the entire interior with pink seats. You can see the pink floor mats as well. This is from the Amnesia crew, pretty famous. Look at that shift knob, guys. Oh my goodness, hilarious. All covered in pink crystals as well to match the outside of the car. You can see the wing is also shining as well with the same design. It's got a ridiculous exhaust on the back as well. Big modified diffuser, and even the modified parts, the aftermarket bits, also covered in those crystals. That is absolutely insane. One of the coolest ways I think we can start off our journey here on New Year's Day, seeing a true modified Amnesia Lamborghini. And there we go, the Brembo brakes also resprayed in pink as well. Oh my goodness, guys, this is such a good start, and this is the only way to do it too. Pull up to Daikoku, open up everything and show it off. Look at the crowd it's drawing here too. There we go, a little Testarossa rolling in. This is not bad at all, guys. There we go, guys. You want to talk about the diversity here at Daikoku? How about that? KTM crossbow helmets on. Wow. Not expecting to see one of these. That is so cool. And we'll see where he parks up actually, so we can get a better look at that, because obviously something that we do not get in Canada. So, all right, so I did promise you guys when it parked that we would take a look at the crossbow, because like I said, do not get these in Canada. I think pretty much anywhere they are in the world, they are pretty rare. So obviously a very track focused car, but thankfully it is road legal here, so we get a chance to see it. Open wheel, just carbon fiber everywhere. I think one of my favorite details too is just how the suspension is just completely exposed at the front of the car. And inside, as you can see, you do legally have to wear helmets because there is no windshield, obviously, and there's not much going on in the interior wise. You basically have your steering wheel, you have your shifter. That's pretty much it. I do love the additional carbon fiber headrests he's got on this one as well, though. You got this little wing at the back. There's just so much cool stuff going on, everything exposed at the back, like I mentioned. What a nice little find here on New Year's Day. Here we go, guys, our first Aventador. I'm surprised it actually took this long, but that is nice. Love that extended wing at the back. Wow, I do believe that might be an Ultimate as well, actually. That looks really good, blue with the yellow accents. Got the wide body on the new Z, looking really good. Just to be a Liberty Walk kit. Very nice. There we go. Look at this SVJ, like a silverish blue. Blue stitching, blue seat belts. Wow, nice spec. There we go, guys. Topping up the crossbow, the BAC mono with the Marlboro. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. There we go, 2 more finds here. I think we're probably just wrapping up our time at Daikoku for the day, but got the really nice Dolores Stradale next to the original Alpine A110. So 2 very, very cool, I guess, track-focused cars for different purposes. Obviously, the A110 quite famous for rallying, and Dolores Stradale is really just a track missile that happens to be road legal as well. Full carbon fiber body. I'm not sure how much these go for. They are quite expensive, but I know they are insanely fast too. And I do believe it has like going doors as well. Pretty minimalistic interior, a bit more going on than obviously the KTM Crossbow, but obviously this is a really serious car. I love the center wiper as well. Such a cool looking vehicle. And then parked up next to the Alpine A110. Like I said, a very cool dynamic duo here to likely finish off our time for our first day here at Daikoku. So you got another nice R32 GTR rolling by in the background. But yeah, I think we'll head to our next stop for the day, guys. So there you go, you heard it roll in. It sounds fantastic. A really, really nice 993 RWB. Great looking kit. I've actually never really seen one with these fins at the back before. It's a bit different looking from the usual ones we've seen on the channel. But one thing I do quite like, obviously, is that color matched roll cage. I've still got the ice cream in my hand, so excuse me for that. But it is a lovely looking build here. The nice 5-spoke advans on it. I do love the double stacked canards at the front. Obviously something you would probably see in like the Idler's 12 hours. It's a great looking build. That's fantastic and sounds amazing as well. I just wanted to point out this Maserati MC20 as well. A great looking car on its own, but I do love the livery here. Sort of looks like the old Vitaphone racing livery on the MC12 GT1. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I know this is a special edition. So I think they had a white and blue livery as well you could get from the factory, which obviously is like the MC12 road car, but that one is clearly like the Vitaphone racing car. So cool to see that. Nice old Vantage over there, nice white LP700 Aventador. Did hear a very loud V12 down the aisle there too, and I think I can just see the back end sticking out, so we'll go take a look at that. 360, again, a nice Suzuki Cappuccino as well. Let's go inspect what appears to be a very modified Murcielago. So there is the Murcielago. We heard it very briefly there as he just started up just to move it a bit further into the parking spot, but it's absolutely lovely. Has almost like an RGT style wing at the back with the big diffuser. Obviously you guys heard the cannons for the exhaust, but it looks absolutely fantastic. Clearly there's 964 Jasper going to work in the background there, but just look how wide it is too in the parking lot spots. It's takes up pretty much the entire section, especially beside the 350Z there, which is kind of wide on its own. You can just see how big the Murcielago is, but my goodness, that's so cool. You even got the tiny little side mirrors over there as well. Okay, so as you guys saw, the Diablo just pulling out there. We walked up to the second level here at the Sano service area. There's even more cars, less tourists up here too, so we should just see more pure supercars and just enthusiast cars in general, like this 458 Speciale in the launch spec. Very nice. Another modified 430, plenty of those so far today, so nice to see that. Nice 488 Pista. There's a couple of nice RWBs here too. It's a 997 over there we'll take a look at in a second, but have a look at this. Looks to be like a 964 if I'm seeing correctly. Let's just have a closer look at it though. You guys can see it appears to be the Heavenly kit, so I think that is a bit wider than the standard RWBs, but man, oh man, that is quite good looking. You guys can see just how thick those over fenders are. It's got the Recaro buckets inside, quite nice, and it's behind a matching red 992 GT3 RS as well, so that is quite nice. And I think the 997 is starting up, so let's just see it pull out here. It's driving away. Very, very nice. A bit more subdued than the classic air-cooled 911 RWBs, but I do really like the kits on the 997. I think it suits the car quite well. Just the perfect amount of width, I think. A nice little wing at the back. Very good looking. Lots of modified Lamborghinis over here though, so let's go and take a look at those. We have a pair of modified Aventador SVs here. So a green one and a yellow one back there. But this green one, you can see a lot of the parts are covered in this forged carbon fiber, right from the rear bumper to the wing. And he's also got this part stretched over to the back. I do believe that's aftermarket, not factory. There's no glass cover on this one, actually. But that is also finished in forged carbon, as well as the engine bay itself. Look at that, even right down to the roof. And take a look at the interior. He's actually cut the top of the steering wheel off and fully customized that. Even the insides of the doors, forged carbon, the dash. That is pretty crazy. Again, modified Lamborghinis, nobody does them quite like Japan. Also has that Need for Speed Underground classic like blue window tint, which is hilarious. And here is the yellow SV, a bit more subdued than the green one, but that is actually pretty good looking, I must say. Nice wheels on it. It's a nice 996 there too. But another Aventador back there. You can see one with some crazy like pipes or something sticking off the back of it. So let's take a look at that one too. So yeah, take a look at this Aventador, finished in like all red chrome. You remember the Murcielago from the last video had those crystals on it. This one, just basically these little eyelid covers, you would call them, over the headlights have the crystals on them. Just little tiny details like that. Look at the center caps on these two. I don't even know what's going on. It almost looks like it's some kind of like digital watch or something. I wouldn't put it past these guys. Who really knows? Also has the blue window tints on the sides as well. I'm not really sure what's going on here. I do believe there's like neon lights that are sticking off of the back of this, which is pretty hilarious. And just look at how tall they are. Obviously, this would not fly back in North America, but this is Japan. So pretty much anything goes. So that is hilarious to see that. And you can only imagine it sounds absolutely ridiculous too. It's a modified exhaust behind the carbon fiber diffuser. You see how far the wheels stick out too. So if you're not too comfortable with maybe curb rashing your wheels, this is not the car for you. Another modified Aventador there, and the Diablo we saw driving away before too is there. So let's go take a look at that as well. Okay, so as promised, there is the Diablo we saw briefly pulling away at first. I'm actually not even sure what version this is because it's so heavily modified, but clearly it's made to look like a Diablo GTR. Yeah, everything modified from the hood back to that giant rear wing. It's a lot going on here, but this is just so cool. Like I said, very much like the classic 90s GTR, GT1 race cars. Just an incredible looking Diablo. My goodness gracious, so much going on. As I do hear some engine noise. What's going on? Nice Supra leaving actually the meet. So there are cars coming in and out as the morning carries on. Like I said, it's only about 9 a.m. so should be seeing even more stuff as the morning continues on. But that Diablo is really cool, and I'm pretty sure actually that Aventador back there I pointed out before is actually a 50th anniversary. So let's just take a look at that. So yeah, it does appear that this is an actual 50th anniversary, the LP724, which at first I didn't think it was because it's modified and this is a 1 of 100 car, but any Lamborghini is able to be modified because this is Japan. So yes, an actual like 1 of 100 LP720 Aventador, very nice. Beside that, also a very rare F512M, so really the best version of the Testarossa 512T platform, which you can tell right away because it does not have the pop-up headlights. That's the easiest way to differentiate the 512M, so very rare. Nice to see that, as I think even more stuff is pulling in. You see another modified Aventador there. I don't think that's a genuine SVJ. I think it's just a body kit, but obviously a lot going on with this one. Crazy front end on that, and obviously you can see the SVJ wing at the back. Let's just take a look here. My goodness, or maybe it is a real SVJ, who knows? It's really hard to tell sometimes just how much these cars are modified, but either way, very cool. Wow, red on red wheels Testarossa. Let's go. Very nice. Sounds like it's got a modified exhaust too. Check out this Gallardo that's coming here. This is peak Japan, this Gallardo. Lots of modifications on it. Tons of blinky lights that you can see in the front intakes, and there's some just on the rear intakes, just over the rear wheels as well. Look at that. That is awesome. Again, with the blue window tints too. And check out this 911 here. It's got the old and new kit on it. So it has basically like a 935 front end on a 911, which is really interesting, and just a massive wide body too. No wing at the back though, which is a bit interesting, but it's almost like a bit of like an understated and aggressive kit at the same time. And there we go, guys. Here come the crown jewels of the morning so far. We got the F40 with the full LM kit conversion on it. Right behind that, we got the white Murcielago SV. Wow. Oh my, obviously drawing a huge crowd. Look at this. This is the Liberty Walk Silhouette Evo kit on this Aventador. This complete and utter complete insanity. A couple nice V12s rolling in. Not too many Ferraris actually here, especially modern ones. So nice CA F12, and it sounds really good. The very nice Aventador there on the HREs as well. Very nice. There you go. You get a nice backdrop there too with all of the mountains. It's a lovely setting here at the Sano service area. A bit of a change from the usual stuff we see in the city of Tokyo. So very nice cars. The modified 360 here, it looks like a Challenge Stradale. Again, who knows if it's a real one or not, but either way, it looks pretty good, I must say. Got a nice little wing on the back. Huge exhaust as well. Wow, here we go. Something I was definitely not expecting to see today. The 05 Ford GT, and it's in like the iconic white with the blue stripes too. That is incredible to see one of these on Japanese plate. So good call to come to the bottom there, as we saw the Lamborghini 400 GT roll by. Now I've got the Ford GT, and I think there we go. The NA2 Type R we saw drive by briefly is back there too. So take a look at that as well after we just get another little look here at the Ford GT. It's still on those original Goodyear Eagle F1 tires as well. So wow, just immaculate condition. Here we go, the NA2 NSX Type R. So thankfully it did pull back and we do get to take a look at it. So obviously characterized, does not have the pop-up headlights, but man, it does look good. See some more supercars rolling in there as well. Oh, it's got bits of everything, guys. It's got bits of everything. Every car, like I said, pretty much everything, all the Lamborghinis at least, are modified. White on red though, again, classic look for the NA2 Type R. Extremely expensive in North America, in Japan too. It is a absolute collector's icon, especially if you're a Honda guy. So great to see that. That is so crazy, guys. Look at that. They stick so far up, and I can see all the lights going at the back. That is so awesome. Oh my goodness. All right, we left the official New Year's meets. Of course, we have to come to Daikoku because why not? As you can see, it's jam-packed, and there's tons of cars here. Once again, as you'd expect, I have to show you guys this NSX too because it's just beautiful. This very nice shade of blue with the matching BBS center caps against the white wheels, red brakes. Just a fantastic looking car. But obviously, tons of crowds, tons of cars. Let's go see what we can find. They got the classic like Celica Supra with a pretty nice like historic, almost like racing style body kit on it. Looks quite good. Very low to the ground. It's got some like nice 4 or 5 spokes. Let's see, 4 spokes. So very good looking. Very much like that. The G nose Fairlady Z as well, just completely slammed to the ground. And we've got 996 GT3 going by in the background. That's so nice. See, guys, early bird gets the worm. Beautiful GT3 RS. Wow. And as you can see, the sun isn't even up yet, so it's going to be a busy day, guys. Here we go. As cars are starting to pile in. The Huracan Sterato with the roof box. Very nice. Very good looking Lotus Esprit there too. So let's start to take a look at what's here so far. So here is the Aventador we saw pulling, the SV, and it's actually quite an interesting Ferrari 360 beside with a 430 Scuderia 16M bumper on it and a wing at the back. Pretty interesting. But this Aventador here, I was just going to wait for this car to roll by so we can get a closer look at the bumper. I pointed out, it kind of looks like the track-only SCV12 from the front. So he's covered the headlights, and he's actually gone all out and installed like similar-looking SCV12 lights down at the bottom. Now, I don't think this would ever be legal in North America because there's actually like no working headlights on the hood. It's only the ones at the bottom there. But it actually looks really, really nice. And he's even got the little livery from that car as well. There we go. It had the purple Vuelto rolling in as well with the green brakes. Sort of like the Joker spec. Very good looking. And I think it's time that we did another walkthrough and see what else has shown up too. And look at that classic Challenger. Oh man, no way. Oh, here we go guys, Diablo SV with the big sticker on it. So nice. That is just perfect. What a car. And just behind the SV we've got the gold Huracan STO. Again, really nice spec. Some very nicely spec cars here so far today. We can even get to these SVJs. I will show them to you guys, but as you can see, yeah, when Loud Lamborghini's pulling to a car meet, they're drawing quite a big crowd. This one is pretty heavily modified, as you guys can see. Obviously kind of matching specs actually between the white one and the red one. Actually does have a really cool like two-tone interior matching the exterior paintwork as well. And there is the red one for good measure, the gold accents on it, very nice. And a pretty wild spec on the STO as well, the baby blue with the pink accent. So quite a lot to choose from here. Take a look at this NSX with the full RGT kit on it with the huge intake over the back window. That looks absolutely wild. Such a cool build. And if he is parking, you can get a better look at it. So there we go. Sounds absolutely fantastic. Just that big single exit exhaust. Really nice GT wing. It just flows very nicely actually with the rear taillights. And it does have the RGT intake in the back, as I mentioned before. A very good looking build. Obviously probably does a lot of track action. The TE37's on it too. Also drawing quite a big crowd for this car. Just a lovely looking NSX. We've got the C63 Black Series, which are always nice to see. Lovely little 488 Pista here too, which I think yellow is probably the best color for that car. Very nice. I do see another supercar over here. We have the 765 LT. Again, very nice spec. The blue really sticks out. Do quite like that. Another Hakoska GTR. That one is a bit lower, a bit more modified than the other one we just saw. And a pretty stock R34 GTR, which is actually pretty rare here. So yeah, again, just keeps filling up. spotted 430 here. Very much going for a challenge look. Giant carbon fiber rear wing in the back. Actually, even the windows, just the plastic sliders. So really going all out with this. Oh, wow. Here we go, guys. Probably my second favorite car after Diablo SV now here. The Stratos. How good is that? One of the most legendary rally cars of all time. Here, thankfully the Stratos did park up, so just give you guys another quick little look at it. We did see it roll in. Very surprising that there's not too many people around it, which is quite odd because, like I said, behind the Diablo SV, it's probably my second favorite car that we've seen roll into this New Year's meet. Of course, all of the rally heritage. This kind of put Lancia on the map, really, on the global stage in rally racing back in the day. Just one of the most unique and interesting car designs of all time. There is no mistaking Lancia Stratos. Great little duo here. So we saw the Countach roll in, and I was right. It is a bit modified, actually. This is probably the only country where you will see a 20th anniversary Countach on 5-spoke Workmeister wheels. That's so cool. But again, the car's in immaculate condition. Beside that, we do have a fully race prep 348 challenge car for the roads. So anytime you get to see a race car that's actually running on a street legal license plate is so damn cool. And again, just parked up next to the Countach, two Italian icons. A great little look here, and just for good measure, that's a really nice looking 964 as well with the duckbill wing on it. Oh, and now we've got another rally legend. We've got the 205, and it looks like the Turbo 16. Oh my goodness, that is so cool. Some really good niche spots today. There we go, guys. There's just not too many places in the world where you'll see guys driving the likes of a Lancia Stratos or a Peugeot 205 T16 on public roads, just out for a drive, popping in a Daikoku. Again, worth a few $100,000, Group B rally legend. So cool to see something like this. Just not what you would expect, really, but really glad it's come out. Okay, Veilside NSX, one of the coolest kits you can find. There's a crew of Hummers rolling in back there. Just the last thing you would expect to see here. I've probably said that multiple times today throughout this video. That's just what you get at this parking lot. You never know what's going to show up. This Veilside NSX, though, just a lovely looking kit. It's so aggressive. Obviously, it really drastically changes the front and the back too. A Veilside is quite known for that. Like all the body panels are just completely different. It's quite a nice design. And take a look at these wheels here as well. It's almost got like I don't know what you would call this, maybe like Mistachrome or something like that, but almost like what you'd see on the tip of a titanium exhaust, really. But very interesting. Endless brakes as well. It's got the matching yellow seats and steering wheel, and I do like the rear wing that they add to the back of the Veilside. But you can see how the trunk really curves in. It's so much different from the regular car. It's another Hakosuka beside that. There's so many of these today, so nice to see that parked up next to the Veilside NSX. Now we've got the Boso vans rolling in, which I think when they park, they're pretty worthwhile to check these out because they are just complete insanity from head to toe. Look at the aero. Here now we can take a bit of a closer look at these vans, and they are just as crazy as you would think. You can see the size of the front splitters on this, and just obviously the huge air. Look at the antenna too, just a big zigzag is sticking way up. Got these huge wings at the back, giant side skirts. It's absolutely outrageous in the best way possible. I mean, look at this thing, guys. It doesn't really get too much crazier than this one right here. There is so much aero going on with the roof of this car, and again, all of the side skirts and the over fenders, just wild looking. And take a look at the back here. You guys can see just how far this sticks out. I mean, there is the regular back of the van right there where you've got the cartoon cat, and now you can see just how far the modifications stick out. Look at all the lights at the back, the quad exit exhaust, and yeah, that rear wing, or whatever you want to call it, is just absolutely massive. I can barely fit it in the whole screen. Same goes for this one right here. Again, just huge wings, so many lights at the back. Oh my goodness. And they've all got these interesting murals at the back usually. I mean, this one's got the whole family going on here. You got all the stickers on the side of that one. I don't know what the heck's going on at the back of that van over there, but there's just so much to see. Yeah, I do believe this is the first one of these we've seen. It's an MR2 Zagato. I don't blame you guys if you didn't even know that Zagato did an MR2, but obviously it's quite different from the standard car, which is pretty on par with any Zagato car. But you see the headlights are completely different. The back is completely reworked as well. It's got some nice OZ racing wheels. I don't know how many of these they actually made. I mean, it's a Huracan rolling by, but it doesn't really matter. This is by far the coolest and rarest thing in this parking lot. And yes, there is a Revuelto over there too, but this is such an interesting find. We are at Shake Shack Row, ladies and gentlemen, back after 2 years. A nice 620R pulling in there, quite rare. Aventador S Roadster, 48 Pista. There is the Gundam wrapped Aventador SV. I see there's another Pista Spider there. GTR is going by. But yeah, we'll hang out here for a bit, see what we can see, and then move on to our next spot. And it looks like we've got one of the Daikoku crews and a Hummer H1. What the heck? What's going on here, guys? We've got another crew as the other one just got kicked out. They're literally just being replaced with another crew. I think these guys were the ones from Daikoku, but it's nice to see them again. Yeah, definitely remember that SVJ. Here we go, guys. Now we've got a big crew rolling in, and now we've got more crazy exhaust pipes. Let's go. Look at the zigzag at the back and just how high that sticks up. Oh my goodness. Huge aero, obviously, and we got a huge crew rolling in now. Look at this, the convertible. Oh my goodness. Look at the pipe sticking out of the hood. Oh, let's go, guys. Let's go. Welcome to Japan, ladies and gentlemen. And it's still going on. Look at this. Yeah, this is a pretty cool setting, guys. I gotta say, I love the Tiffany & Co. livery on this. Oh, there's a nice R33 GTR in there as well, which is very plain compared to the cars that we've seen rolling in here. But yeah, it even got the Tiffany & Co. sticker on it too. Some of these do have some cool looking race liveries on it as well. Like I really like this design, actually. So yeah, as you can see, some of them are a little more subdued. They're just kind of slammed to the ground. And then obviously some have the giant, massive exhaust pipe. So you can kind of just do whatever style you like, which is the coolest thing about Japan. Look at that, we even got some K trucks rolling in with the lights and the exhaust too. Looks like there's an even bigger crew rolling in now. It's just non-stop, guys. This is absolutely insane. It's like matching liveries on these two right here, and they look pretty sweet, I gotta admit. But again, just ridiculous exhaust and so many lights. We need more lights here. It is pretty dark. So good to see these ones. Look at that thing. Oh my gosh. I am almost speechless at this point. We're pushing almost like 100 of these Kaido Racers at this point. This is so much bigger than we could have ever imagined. You know, I think amidst all the chaos of cars rolling in from every direction, we didn't see these ones come in, and it's quite possibly my two favorites, actually. The old black and gold JPS livery on the Celica Supra with the white Recaros, and obviously tons of cool aero on this. Doesn't have the crazy exhaust, but the one beside it does, obviously. So have a look at that too. Got the big, huge front diffuser, splitter, whatever you want to call it. It's just so much going on. And the giant exhaust pipe, which is still on. You can see the smoke kind of pouring out of it a little bit. And you got the blinky lights in the back, as much of a scene as you can possibly cause, basically. So yeah, we've got all the little lights in here with the light up hearts. There's so much going on. And I love these like fender flares too. Look at how much they stick up over the hood. There's so many cool little aspects on this one. But yeah, I would say we're borderline 100 cars at this point. I think there's even some have piled in over at the gas station over there because there's just no room left. So yeah, here are the group of cars by the gas station, like literally right at the very edge of this service area. That is how jam-packed this place is. I am actually speechless, guys. That's really all I can say at this point. Just how big this Kaido Racer meet is. They've completely taken over the entire service area. by far the most jam-packed day we have ever had here in Japan. There's just cars as far as the eye can see. I am completely speechless. This is nothing else like it, guys. It's pure utopia for a car enthusiast. I mean, just look at this, guys. Just everywhere, absolutely everywhere, jam-packed, and cars are somehow still coming in. Look at this, man. Look at that. Look at this one here. Guy has an entire mural painted on the back of Mount Fuji with an airplane flying over it. Oh, oh my gosh, this is that one's maybe my favorite one actually so far. Look at the work that's gone into it. He's even got AstroTurf on the back of the car. Oh my days, guys. That is incredible. So there's actually more that have rolled in. As I mentioned already, there's no parking spaces left, so now they're just throwing them on double parking. Doesn't even matter anymore. The entire parking lot basically is now Kaido Racers. There is well over 100. I'm almost going to predict maybe pushing closer to 200 at this point. Look at these body kits, man. It just does not get old. These ones all have like racing liveries on them too, so there's tons of different styles with these Kaidos. You can pretty much do whatever you want. That's the whole point of these guys. Just express yourself. Look at that madness. Oh, there's the TVR Tuscan. Maximum cool. As we've pulled back up to Gaien, we have the 675 LT Carbon Series Spider, one of 25 in the world. So you guys can obviously see the full body finished in exposed carbon fiber. It's pretty cool. It's quite sinister, and I've always loved the 675 LT. It's such a huge jump over the standard 650S. It's just a fantastic looking car and a very rare sight. Like I said, the Carbon Series, one of 25. So some decent cars here. We have the 12 cylinder. This is the GTS though, so it is the removable top. And I love this car from the side. That's such a good looking silhouette. There is another one down there actually, but we do have an old 987 Boxster Spider, which are pretty rare, like a nice cream color. That's a good looking car. Got a 765 LT Spider as well, and another great spec on HRE wheels. And there is the other 12 cylinder back there in a very nice, like almost lightish blue, an F8 and a 296 over there. So there's plenty to choose from, and we had the Lamborghinis earlier, so not too shabby here. And we got a 2RS as well, just for good measure. Another Y-Sec package. All right, so we found our way in to the RWB meet. It's literally just started, so we just have a few cars here, but it's going to get even busier very quickly. We're just in the first like small lot here. The first car is this very nice gold RWB 993 on Montana plate, shipped all the way from the United States. Just absolutely beautiful. Looks like it's got the matching gold roll cage and the Takata belts. It's so wide. I'm not sure, that might be the Heavenly kit, which is extra wide compared to the standard RWBs, but it looks fantastic. We've got a wide body 458 Spider here, which does have Liberty Walk stickers on the banner, but it's actually much narrower than your standard Liberty Walk 458. So that's actually kind of nice. It looks like it has sort of like a GT3 kind of vibe to it. It's got the big wing at the back, so a nice little start. And I think I can already hear some more cars pulling in. So let's go see what we've got. Lovely 997, as you guys can see. Just this like nice, like almost cherry pearlescent red, big titanium exhaust at the back, and I would say it's a little more low-key than some of the other RWB kits. It's really good looking. This one, as you can see, is called the Patriot. It's being directed into its parking spot. And just at the further end of the lot, there is another nice 997. This one is super low key actually. It is pretty wide, as you can tell, but this has the small duckbill. It doesn't really have that like traditional big GT style wing you see in most RWBs, so it's a nice clean look. I do like that one. You've got a modern 991.2 GT3 beside that as well, and I'll take you guys around to the back there actually so you can see that duckbill I was mentioning. I kind of like it when guys do I guess the sort of understated RWB looks. It's very clean looking, and it's doesn't really like scream like in your face or anything. It's just a really clean build, and there is that duckbill on the back of the 997, kind of like the Sport Classic actually. And right after that one is a not so low-key one. Look at the giant GT wing on the back, looking like a cup car, and no rear bumper, just straight exhaust. Oh my goodness gracious, that one's really cool. Okay, hold the phone, guys. Our coolest car is not a Porsche anymore. So we've got like a Koenig Specials Ferrari Testarossa pulling in out of nowhere. Look at this. Wow. Obviously getting a lot of attention. There is another 964 RWB that pulled in, but I do want to check out this Testarossa. There's some random cars pulling out. So in front of the Testarossa, you do have a nice R34 GTR that does look pretty heavily modified. Obviously, you see the big canards at the front there. It's a little too dark to see the wheels. They are Volk Racing though. Big GT wing at the back. It sounded pretty good when it was pulling in. Of course, kind of hard to hear and see everything with the crowd still being pretty big, but there is also the yellow 964 RWB. I'm sure if you guys follow Speed Hunters Dino, this is the car, and I'm sure you will have recognized it, but it's a very clean RWB build. Definitely on the low-key side, just no stickers, basically just the wide body, and you have the nice sort of the whale tail wing at the back. Is, my goodness, super busy here. I do want to show you guys this Testarossa though, so I don't think it's actually Koenig Specials. It's just pretty heavily modified. As you can see, it's definitely has to be inspired by that, at least. Big front chin spoiler, and a lot of big intakes on the back as well, which is opened and drawing quite a crowd. As you can see, it is lit up with all the lights, and it looks like there is a twin turbo setup on this car, so quite interesting. And obviously, yeah, it's going to be displayed here for quite a while, I would assume, and maybe at Tokyo Auto Salon, so we'll see. I think I overheard the owner saying it's really just been driven a couple of miles so far. You have some cars moving, like this 964 here. It's an NGT package. So you guys can see it is stripped down for racing with the roll cage in the back. Oh, that is so nice looking. And a really good looking 996 GT3. Looks like either a Cup or an RSR build. And we'll watch that drive by as well. It sounds amazing. So I'll just let the car do the talking. So I'd say this M1 Pro car, probably the star of the show here at this auction. It's always special to see one of these race prepped BMW M1s. Got to be one of the nicest looking cars of its era, maybe of all time, to be honest. That nice wedge shape, the big wing at the back, and just that nice little wide body. It's just such a cool looking car, and I love center wipers. It's a very like small touch, but I've always liked that. Just gives that extra race car vibe. The BBS is as well with turbo fans, so nice, and a very rare and desirable Fairlady Z over here, the 432R, which I believe all of them came in this orange with the matte black hood. I don't know exactly how many. It's a very limited run, but this was sort of like the top dog for the S30 chassis back in the day, and there is a pretty high estimate on that. If you guys can see, that is in US dollars underneath the N. It's $535,000, so that's going to be really expensive. That is approaching like almost 1 million Canadian, I believe, or at least around 900,000. So that will be a very expensive car, but easily, like I said, probably the most desirable Fairlady Z of all time. Okay, so now let me show you guys this Enzo. Obviously, unlike any other Enzo you've seen before, a couple of years ago, like I mentioned, we did see this on the channel very briefly, but it was just on a trailer in the middle of Tokyo, randomly finding it. Now we can actually look at it up close. So Iding is a very famous and well-known tuner here in Japan. They do a lot of BMWs, but also Ferraris. We actually saw that 355 under the cover at the warehouse, which was done by Iding. This is obviously their prized possession, is the Enzo. So they've upped the power on it, but obviously a lot of visual modifications to the front end. Definitely looks more like a modern. It's a bit like 488 there with the 2 middle struts, but also you can kind of see a little bit of LaFerrari. And I just love this like little chin or wing spoiler they have in the front, but you can see they've got some additional intakes here, finished in carbon fiber behind the headlights. But then what's really cool about this car is they've taken out the side mirrors and actually replaced it with modern cameras. So something that you probably wouldn't expect to see on an Enzo, but Iding went ahead and did it. And you can see all the additional gills on the back. It's such a cool looking car. And as well down here, they definitely gone for more of a retro style. So modern with the cameras, retro with the back with all these gills and slits. It's really cool. And they also have the exhaust sticking out of the grille too. So many cool little interesting bits on the Iding Enzo. And just towards the edge of the lot here, how's this for a little combo? We've got the GT Black Series in orange, which I think is probably the best color for this car. Orange is a bit of a divisive color, I think, on many, but I think it just really suits the aggressive style of the GT Black Series. It's such a cool looking car. A Lamborghini Jalpa. Damn, you do not see these every day. Wow. You've pretty much seen almost like every kind of or variant of Lamborghini, at least mainline ones. Now, parked up next to the red Fast and Furious Evo, we have a genuine 3-liter CSL. This is the earlier version, so it doesn't have like the extended wing or anything like that. It's just a beautiful green though, and it's such an extremely rare car. You would expect seeing one of these is pretty cool, but speaking of the one with the big wing, there we go, right behind it. You would assume these guys talked to each other and said they're going to come. It would just be way too much of a coincidence to see two of these at the exact same time. Just extremely rare, very valuable, but this is what you get when you come to Daikoku. A little bit of everything, and such a cool design. Love that it's got the BMW M stripes down the side of this one as well. Pretty darn iconic. Actually, another modern BMW there. Pina B3 is cool. We don't get those in Canada. Have a look at this NSX though. Man, that is so clean. This is kind of like something you would expect to see at like the Tsukuba Time Attack Challenge, the likes of those races. So this a great body kit on that. Just love the 5-spoke advans on it as well. It's got the full roll cage too, so definitely gone all out. Some of the other NSXs we've seen been more for comfort, really good specs, but some of them have been automatic. This one's obviously a very track focused build. Look at that, just such a good silhouette. I mean, look at this. This is the first car you're greeted with is a slammed Diablo SV. This is a great way to start the Mega Meet or the Mega Show, however you'd like to describe it, but it definitely is Mega, like I described. A great little set of 5-spoke wheels too, with the matching brake calipers. Look at the fitment on that thing. That is immaculate. This is not the only slammed Diablo over there too. Tons of JDM as well, which we obviously love to see that. Crazy looking 993 here, which looks to be sort of like a Carrera RS tribute build, obviously, as you can see with the wide body and the big wing at the back. Nice titanium exhaust. You've got the full white roll cage as well. Definitely going for the track look with that, and of course you've got the nice classic gold multi-spokes on there. Lovely looking car. Definitely my favorite air-cooled generation of 964. I love seeing these just dumped on a nice set of wheels. That is no different. Looks completely beautiful. Fantastic looking car. Let's keep on moving through. We have a nice slant nose 930 there, and there's the back of that carbon Kevlar GR Super, so you guys can get a better idea of just how insane it is to do the whole car in that material. My goodness, that is so cool. And we actually didn't look at this R34 yet, but as you can see, pretty famous livery, and this is very stands out. Look at how mint the fitment is on that. There is not like a millimeter between the edge of the rim and the body panels. That is pretty crazy looking. Nice little wing at the back too, and obviously, yes, the livery, very iconic. Good to see that. We also have, look at that, slammed Ferrari 360. So it's really cool here. There's a nice mix between like JDM and Euros, and even some supercars that have been modified as well. It's not just a 360. We've got a 430 back there too. Another Diablo, another Murcielago. It just keeps on going. As you guys can see, there's people and cars all the way to the back there. So let's continue our journey. Here we go. Here's the second Diablo, and I know the other one's an SV, but I think this one might actually be my preference here. I love this sort of dark red or burgundy or brown, however you'd like to call it. It's a beautiful color, but it's got these nice 5-spoke work equipped wheels on it too. And just take a look at the Brembos. That is absolutely mint. Great to see that. And if you take a look at the rear as well, you can see how deep the barrels are on the rear wheels. But take a look. The back angle of this, tell me that is not one of the best looking silhouettes, most aggressive Diablos you've ever seen. You've got the cannon exhaust hanging out of the back too, completely exposed. That is so cool. Love the little wide body it's got on it too. And we got a nice slammed Murcielago back here. If we can sort of get a better look from the side there. Yeah, take a look at that. That is so nice to see that lower down to the ground. It's got a Versace badge on this side. I don't think this is an actual Versace Murcielago, but I could be very wrong. This could actually be real. It'd just be surprising to see someone actually modify a limited edition car like that, but you never know here in Japan. Either way, beautiful looking. There's the slammed 430 there. Again, looking very nice, and just look at how nicely the wheels are tucked in. Just a beautiful fitment on the car, and even a more modern Ferrari too, slammed to the ground. Look at that Roma, completely stanced out. I don't think I've ever seen really a modified Ferrari Roma before, let alone one that has just been completely stanced. As you can see, all the negative camber on that, clearly on air ride suspension with how tucked in the wheels are. But that is pretty wild to do that to a brand new Ferrari, but you know what, it kind of works. Here, and just this row of cars here, and thankfully the engine bays are exposed on a couple of these because we've seen the exteriors on them. They're obviously incredible. Some of the interiors too, just so much work goes into these cars. They're beautiful, but this FD is just so nice. It's like electric blue on Desmond Rega Master Evos, and I've not seen those on an RX-7 before, so nice to see that. But like I said, cool to see the engine bays exposed. You can see just how much work goes into every part of these builds. Again, another beautiful FD over there with the engine completely opened up, so you can take a quick look in there. Again, just every single part just immaculately done and completed. It's just such a good looking car. And even look at that nice R32 there in the iconic HKS livery, slammed to the ground. Love the white wheels on that, such a good look. And just towards the back of Mega Show, I just want to point this one out because this one, as you can see, DC2 Integra, but interestingly enough, it's a USDM car. Obviously the big tell is the USDM front bumpers. They have the circular headlights as opposed to the rectangular ones you have on the JDM cars, but left-hand drive as well, even the Acura badging. So interesting to see a USDM Integra in Japan. You've got a nice NA1 NSX back here. Again, not too much done to it, but you don't really need to go all out with these things. That's just already such a good looking car as it is. Great build there. A very nice FC RX-7 as well. Great to see these things getting some love. I know the FDs are the most popular RX-7, but the silhouette of the FC is always going to be a winner in my books. Great color on that too. 5 spokes match it really well, and a couple of really nice Nissans back here too. The slammed 240Z on the very, very good looking BBS multi-spoke rims, and that mustard, or sorry, Dijon mustard yellow. Very, very nice. Suits the car extremely well. And there's a nice slammed R34 back there too, in like a very nice dark green. I feel like I might have seen this car a couple of years ago, but I don't think it always had the wing on it. I mean, I could be wrong, but either way, looks great. Enki RPF ones, very low to the ground, so you can see just a bit of intake tubing poking out through the front bumper as well. Great looking car. Wow, there's a lot to choose from here at Mega Show. My goodness, you can't really go wrong. Like I said, it's quality over quantity here. Every single car here is just immaculately and well done. Yeah, they're doing a full look at this car, but this 1186, oh my gosh, it's like the full HKS Genki build. So it's a absolutely wild body kit on this thing. Again, the car, the livery, very iconic, especially like old racing games, and this guy has got it like down to like immaculate detail. Have a look at that thing. Bonus points for the underglow too, but that car is just wicked. I love this thing. Take a look as well, the aggressive swan neck wing over the duckbill, and then you can see, I think the back might be my favorite actually, that huge cut bumper, the massive diffuser, just a massive exhaust as well. And I just love how aggressive that wide body kit is, and you can see just how big the side skirts are. That is an incredible build. Look at that. got a gaggle of old 911s here. You can hardly fit them all in the street, but there are some good ones here. If you actually take a look at this one, this is kind of reminiscent of the million-kilometer 911 that's actually in Toronto. So make sure there's no cars coming to show you guys here. That very dark blue on the matching wheels, just like the one in Toronto, actually. So I'm not sure if maybe he's gone and tried to replicate that. It's even got the blacked out badge too, so pretty cool to see that. Lots of 930s, as you could tell, but take a look at this pink wide body up here, which we actually did see at Daikoku a couple of weeks ago. I think it was at the New Year's meet, but it's nice to see it in the flesh now actually stop. You can take a look at that wide body kit with the RS style duck wing or duck bill at the back, but it looks very, very good. Nicely done. It's got a roll cage in the back too. I'm not sure if you can see through the window tints, but definitely going for a full performance build. But I love the sort of salmon pink color on it as well. Take a look at it from the front there. Yeah, that is a really good looking car. There we go. There's our car of the day, BMW M1. Oh, our third M1 in the last 24 hours. We saw the road car and the pro car back at the bingo auction, and now we've actually got one on road. So great to see this making an appearance here. Early mornings at Gaien. This is wanted something really interesting. It's something very cool, and this definitely fits the bill. The BMW supercar. Great to see that. Got a 997 GT3. Always good. And this is actually a 996 GT3, yes, back there as well. Also finished in white, so that's good to see. We've got a new 296, so that's why I was telling you guys, just the variety here at Shake Shack Gaien Road is always good. You never know what you're going to find here. All right, there we go. I told you guys we did see a hypercar pulling in, and we have a modified P1. This is from Team Amnesia. They've also brought their 458 Speciale as well, but obviously the P1 is what's getting a ton of attention here. It is modified. Amnesia does work on all of their cars. It doesn't matter how rare, how exclusive it is, they are going to modify it. So you can see the different wheels, and it's pretty subtle, I would say, but it's nice to see that someone has gone and actually changed the wheels on a P1 and made it look a little different than the others. White, black, very good combo, and it does have the orange seats as well, so like the creamsicle spec, if you like to call it that. And there is their 458 Speciale as well, which no aftermarket wheels, but does have this little carbon fiber wing at the back. So like I said, it doesn't matter what car it is, they are going to modify some part of pretty much anything. There you go, a better look at the wing. And there is the back of that P1, looking absolutely fantastic. Still my favorite of the Holy Trinity there between the 918 and the LaFerrari. I'd still take the P1. Little RWB crew rolling in. We saw both of these at the New Year's meet, but nice to see them out at Daikoku in the daylight. There's the Montana car. Here, this NSX build is so clean. The wheel of choice, obviously, the TE37s, but I love the body kit on it. And I've not really seen anybody do headlights like this before. It's like a halfway between like NA1 and NA2 lights. It's quite interesting, but the kit itself looks fantastic. You've got the NSX-R GT intake over the rear window. That is very nice. And look at that rear wing too. Oh my. Again, very unique parts on this car. That is a lovely build. Big diffuser too, always good to see that. There's tons of JDM here, obviously. The R34, S15, Evo 5 back there, and stuff keeps pouring in. This is a very good morning for Daikoku. A couple of DB8 Integra Type Rs. These ones are much rarer than the DC2s. Of course, the DB8 is the four-door version, so I don't think they get much love. Obviously, is the two doors, but they do look really cool, especially this one. It's got the full Japanese Touring Car Championship build on it, the classic period-correct Combo Motorsport wheels, Mugen stickers down the side, and it even has, look at that, the JTCC style wing too, whereas this one has more of a traditional Mugen wing at the back. But cool to see a pair of DB8s.